Hey, this is Dr. G. I just finished doing 30 miles on my bike this morning. Got up at the crack of dawn and watched the sun come up, and then decided to ride 30 miles to celebrate my birthday, which is today. So I did it because I wanted to just celebrate another year of life and celebrate my parents who brought me into this world. And most of all, I wanted to thank God for my health and being able to even ride 30 miles on a bike on my birthday. And so I wanted to celebrate that and all of the blessings that God has given me. There are a lot of people that would give just about anything to be able to ride 30 miles on a bike, and just even 1 mile on a bike. So I'm very aware of how blessed I am to have my health and to have people in my life that love me and care about me, and to see another year of life. And so I wanted to celebrate those things. So for 30 miles, I prayed, gave thanks, did incantations of strength and power, and sending out positive energy to you, to family, to loved ones. People are going through some difficult times in their lives, challenges that make us wonder whether or not we can make it through another day, another week. And so, I just want to share with you the importance of celebrating the blessings in our lives, even though we may be going through some difficult and challenging times. I told you that 2014 was the most difficult year of my life, and it was. But it wasn't the first time that I thought that I was facing the biggest challenge of my life. And 1993, I had a son that was born, and he lived for 90 seconds. And I remember him coming into the world and hoping for a miracle that he would live, looking at the heart monitor and praying that he would live, and then seeing that monitor go flat. And I'll never forget the sound of when the heart monitor goes flat. I thought that was the most difficult and challenging moment of my life. And then in 1999, when my mother was diagnosed with cancer, I moved back to New York, took care of her for the last 6 months of her life. I was with her when she was at the hospital having chemotherapy. I fed her and bathed her. My sister and I were blessed to be able to shower my mother with love during her illness. And, the day that she passed away, she was surrounded by people who loved her, and my sister, myself, and family members and friends, and she passed on to the next life. And so I thought that that was the most difficult challenge that I would face in my life. And so here again in 2014, being separated from my children after divorce, and I felt like a grenade had just exploded in my heart. My two youngest children, 7 and 8 at the time, and I thought that was something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And so, I'm sharing this with you because I know that there are people out there who may see this video that are going through difficult and challenging times. And I just want you to know that, you're not alone. Ask God for strength. Continue to press forward. Don't give up. Don't despair. You're not alone. There are people in your life that care and love you. Reach out to them, allow them to help you, to take care of you. And so I just want to send you words of encouragement, inspiration, because I know what it's like to feel like you can't make it through another day. But even when we're going through difficult and challenging times, I want to encourage you to take a look at your life, take a look at your situation, and even find something to celebrate, even if it's just for 1 minute, something that will uplift your spirits. You know, we can't stay in the crisis 24 hours a day. So take a look at your life. Find things that you can celebrate, even if it's not something that you can see for yourself. Celebrate someone else's happiness, someone else's success, someone else's genius, someone else's creativity. You know, play some music that inspires you. You can't live with those difficulties 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know. I know during my mother's illness, one of the most incredible celebrations that I experienced was when my degree came in the mail, when I got my doctorate degree. You know, for some reason, my mother didn't believe that I was actually in school for my doctorate degree. I got my doctorate degree in Ohio, and she was living in New York. And so I would tell her, Mom, you know, I'm gonna get my doctorate degree. I'm gonna get my doctorate degree. You know, and she would say, yeah, son, okay, all right, all right. You know, I just want you to be happy. And so when I was taking care of her during those last 6 months, I just prayed to God that my degree would come before she passed away. And one day, I got something in the mail, and it was my doctorate degree. And she was laying in bed at that time. She was on oxygen. She had the oxygen mask. And I opened up the package that it came in, and I showed it to her. And we just started crying and hugging each other, and she understood and realized that I had achieved that goal. And we celebrated with a glass of orange juice and laid in bed together and just hugged each other. That was the most profound celebration of my life. There wasn't a lot of people, there wasn't a lot of noise. It was a very private, intimate, sacred celebration between me and my mother. And so, celebrate. Find something. It doesn't have to be a big event. It could just be a private celebration between you and God, celebrating another day of life, another breath. Find encouragement. So, you know, I know that there are people who are experiencing illness, death of a loved one, and it feels like these are your darkest days. And it might be. But I want you to know that you're not alone, that there are people that love you and care about you. Open yourself up, allow yourself to experience that love. God loves you. He is with you always. And these will not always be dark days for you. This too shall pass. Draw strength from knowing that. So listen, things are going to get better. 2015 is going to be a great year. I'm claiming that for you and for myself. Today is my birthday. I want to thank all of my family and friends that have called me.